Good day, people of YouTube. I have this quite high, and I don't know if I actually remembered to set the latency up for interaction, so huzzah, I've probably made a mess of this. In fairness, though, I did have to rapidly change what I was streaming in the last 2 minutes, because beta key's finally in. We have everything unlocked. We're in the closed beta. Stream away. We are, in fact, streaming away. So, good day to everybody who is here. And we're going to play some card games, some Magic the Gathering card games on the Arena interface. I've watched a little bit of this, but other than this, it's going to be completely blind. We're just going to play through it, see how it goes, see how similar to Duels of the Planeswalkers this is, and yeah, possibly play some ongoing card games in the future. So, to start with, we have... Yeah, remind me why I unhid you. Give me a reason, Kriev. Come on, give me a reason. I think that reason might be that you decided to jump onto another account and just harass me on there, but you know. Anyway, we apparently have 4 common, 2 uncommon, 1 rare, and 0 mythic rare wild cards. However, we need to basically build up a collection. So what do we get to start with? We get 4 Armanket, 4 Arrow Devastation, which are the better boosters, I think, than the excellent ones. But still, let's open them up and see what we get. If it will let me. How do I go about opening these? It is not telling me how to do things. Unable to open booster. Please try again later. Server errors. Hooray. We're going to reset. Well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is more of a thing clone, and that is Crashed Arena. We're on to a good start here. Maybe we'll have to play online anyway. Alright, and it's also defaulted to show that, which is awesome. So, yeah, the reason I'm in the beta today is because they're testing server stress. So, I imagine everybody just jumped on at 8 o'clock when the email got sent around. That's why I had to rapidly change games in the last 2 minutes. Because, you know, I got a key. And yeah, I mean, they've reduced packs, but it is still a good thing. I'm not playing Solitaire, sir, and I will start muting you if you continue to insist I play basic card games. Alright, nope, you had your warning. I realise there's a thing... You're in timeout now. Go away. Okay, huzzah. Well, we've got a bit more of the interface now. So we also get rewards for doing certain things. So we must attack with 15 creatures, win 2 games with a green-white deck, and cast 12 red or green spells. So, let's see if we can open the boosters at the second time of asking. There we go. Okay, we get a couple of dinosaurs, we get Naturalized, which is quite good. So an uncommon, Slippery Scoundrel, not that great. And our rare is Storm the Vault. I actually like this card, but it's very specific to build around. We have to build basically a red-blue artifact deck, and I don't know how easy that's going to be. Anyway, let's open another one. Golden Demise. I quite like this card as a thing. This is a uncommon wild card, so we can trade this in for any uncommon in the game, and we can also get 1 rare and 4 commons of our choice. How about that? Deep-Root Elite. So basically this is for a Merfolk tribal deck we could potentially build. I like the card, but it's not... Yeah, I'm not a particular fan of Merfolk in this game. Dinosaurs I can live with, though. So, Enter the Unknowns and okay with a ramp. And our final rare out of this is a Mythic Trapdoor Tyrant. Dealt damage, exile target creatures until... Okay. So we could potentially just create this, start pinging it for a lot of damage, exile all our opponent's stuff. Question mark, question mark, question mark, win? Alright, onto the Ixalan boosters. So, we get some more dinosaurs, we get some... Purple spells. This is quite good, actually. And for +1/+1 counter it. Yeah, 2-3 flyer for 2 is not bad. Spell Swindle. Spell Swindle is quite good. I like control matchups, and counters that give me stuff are always appreciated, though 5 mana is pricey. Okay, Wild Common. Nothing too special there. Fiery Cannonade is a bit of removal. If we're playing pirates, it's especially helpful to us, but it's probably useful if not. Okay, Glowing Rites of Idlock is quite a nice little card. If we can build a mono green deck with lots and lots of creatures. That actually would fit well in the Merfolk theme if we could get enough to do that. Though it's more likely going to be Merfolk and Dinos. Okay, New Horizons, which is a bit of ramp, which is not bad actually. Yeah, that's quite good actually. I like that. And we get a Dreamcaller Siren. Can only block creatures with flying. It's not great. I mean, it's flat. It's a flash free flyer, which isn't terrible by any means. But we could have got better. There's better rares we could have hit there. Okay, so we get a Wily Goblin for some more treasure token shenanigans. Could go for a Goblin guide deck if there's enough of them around. And another Merfolk. Well, he's trying to lead us into green-blue Merfolk at the moment, based on what we got here. Alright, but let's go. I'm actually going to do Hour of Devastation last, because that's probably where the best cards are out of these sets. I did like the Armaket block. Okay, Heaven and Aftermath. So it is an Aftermath card. It just has a weird thing that it does one when it's in my hand, and the second effect, Earth, is when it's in the graveyard. So basically we can destroy a creature with flying, then we can destroy a creature without flying. Nothing else that's too important from there, although I like Trespasser's Curse as well. That's a nice little bit of protection against aggro decks. Gates of the Afterlife would be great if we could pull a Godfarer's Gift. Let's see if we pull the Godfarer's Gift. No, we pull a Mythic Wild card, so we've got any Mythic Rare in the game if we want it. Okay, some more wild cards. A Nest of Scarabs is quite good in the green-white tokens decks, and that is a great pull. So Ronas the Indomitable is 3 mana, indestructible, death-touching creature. It can't attack unless we have another powerful creature alongside it, but it also has the ability to pump creatures up. It is a 5/5 indestructible for 3 mana. It is amazingly good. We get a Foil Initiates Champion, which I don't know what that does. Get the Mythic. I'm not gonna, well, I might get the Mythic in a minute. I have no idea what decks I've got yet to try and improve things. Temet, okay, I suppose. All right, so these are where we were probably going to spend our Mythic, because we can pull a Scarab God if we want one, and Scarab God is probably the best card in the format. Okay, rare wild card as well, so we're doing well in wild cards. We could probably actually build something semi-competitive from this, depending on what we got as a starting point. Roll-Up Excavator is okay, but it's a bit of a fringe card. It can do some really interesting things for playing lands from graveyard every turn, but it's fringe. We have to build around it a little bit to make it do something good. At least for us. Rampaging Hippo, I approve. Also, we have our camel. Everything is good now. Another gold. What? So we can actually get a playset of a rare from this. Rivulet's great in a Godfarer's Gift deck. I'm familiar with the current standard, which is what Arena is. It's basically the last 2 sets of Magic. Strictly speaking, standard block is every set released within the last 2 years. So it actually goes back a little further than this standard, but I'm familiar with most of the current sets we're playing with. I don't know, however. Okay, so I knew we got some decks to start with. So we have a few pre-built decks, which are probably reasonably rubbish, that we can try and improve. So let's have a look at this one. Okay, I'm not necessarily fond of that. This does have a Trishana, though. Which RPG? Your candy arrives! Hooray! The one I was playing, kind of. Yeah, I could possibly do that. Okay, so there's some interesting stuff going on with this, and it's not really my sort of deck, but we might have to see what we can do with this. So, what have we got in terms of... Dive Down is not a good card, so we're going to remove those straight away. Mist Herald's fine. I think that can go. Comanche Speaker is a 2/2 for 2. Charter Course is card draw. We always want card draw. I'm less keen on enchantments to power things up, if possible. I'd much rather us playing more Merfolk, if that's the case. River Herald's Boon, I suppose, is a bit of a combat trick. Merfolk Mistbinder. That's uncommon. How do I cash these in? I do not know how to cash these in. Anyway, we're going to put Opts in the deck because Opts are a great little starting thing. And Curious Obsession, if we've got unblockable cards, we probably want to have these. Okay, that's how we do it. Okay, so we have to select the card and then we can actually make additional copies by doing that. Okay, it's a little weird, but I can live with that if that's what they want us to do. Confirm. So we now changed one of our wild cards into that, and we will confirm again. Okay, so we now have 3 of this. I might trade for another one, actually. It leaves us down to 3. No, we'll keep the 4 uncommons. I don't know whether I necessarily want to continue with this deck. Zebra Waters, that's actually really good. So this gives us a benefit to playing lots and lots of creatures like that. So... although Silvergill Adept is also great. What I'm after here is card draw. And I guess we have some of that in the, if we put the Champion Wits in the deck. Not a Merfolk, but it would trigger things. Give us some creatures in the graveyard. I think this we're going to have to do. At least get us another 1 or another 2 for the moment. I'm going to regret burning the uncommons. I'm going to regret that. Alright. So that gives us a little more consistency here. A little bit of draw power. Shana's Wayfinder, not too exciting, but it does do pseudo card draw with explore triggers. If I'm speaking gibberish, please tell me. I will try and explain things. Shaper of Nature. It's a free fee for free. Does have some fringe benefits with random extra mana. And that's quite good. Oracle's good. Tempest Caller is okay. Jade Guardian. I think Jade Guardian's out because it doesn't seem good enough for 4 mana. And I don't think that works either. Tishana's expensive enough that I would be willing to put up with that as a final win condition, especially since I've added some more card draw into the things. Actually, let's see if I can put some more Opts in. What does the Rampaging Hippo do? Well, that is one of the most powerful cards in the game. It just basically is a big beat stick. You've learned to understand the Wibblish, but does it make sense within the context of the game? If you've played Magic Duels, this is probably the next step. It's not really. It's sort of a it's sort of a trade-off. If you played the old Duels of the Planeswalkers series, it's probably closest to that in terms of looks and how it seems to play. We'll get into actual gameplay in a moment. I'm just trying to make the final few cuts on my deck. I don't know if it's actually good enough, although it is a pump spell. It's an extra land. Let's cut a forest, and I'm going to regret cutting another forest, but I feel we got too many. I tend to play quite close to the... I cut decks a bit too fine, in all honesty, but we've taken out a lot of the green cards. We've replaced them with blue cards. I think we're done with the River Herald, so we're going to call this a V2. Unfortunately, I didn't save that as a new one, so I should probably have edited this first. We might go for a few other ones of these a little later, but we're gonna go with this. Okay. So I'll have to go making a new one a little later. So we have to win games with a green-white deck, so we might do that in a little bit. We can definitely do that, and we can definitely do that with what we're currently doing. Win bonus 200 gold. Well, let's go and actually see if we can learn how to play this darn game. Select the deck. We want to use the River Herald's version 2, which we have just upgraded. And we'll see what happens. Okay, we have a match. Let's see if we can work out the interface. Okay, so we get to choose our starting hand here. This is fine. We got card draw. We'd like some creatures, but hopefully we'll get some. Okay, so it's my turn now. We play an island, and we play an opt. So opt allows us to look at the top card of a deck and choose whether we want to put it on the top or the bottom. We want to put this on the bottom. Done. Then we draw one card. And then we say end turn. A little bit, a little bit. So we've got a creature on turn 4, but we're a bit slow until we get to this point. And Curious Obsession does nothing until we get a creature. Shaper of Nature is a faster clock, so we're going to play our forest. And we're going to end the turn. In fact, it auto-ended the turn. A little concerned on that, but our opponent isn't doing much at the moment. Played a forest, played another forest. Alright, so let's play an island. So, we can play a... each up to 2. So we can basically make a 3/5 here, but I think what we want to do instead is see if we can pump this up a little bit. So we'll play our Shaper of Nature. It's a 3/3 for free. It's on curve. Free power for free mana is always worth it. And we have the ability to now remove counters to draw cards if we can get some more counters. The tricky thing's going to be, what does our opponent do here? So my plan at the moment is to probably go Hadama's Climb, because that'll make it into a 4/4, then Curious Obsession it, so we can get some more card draw out of that. Okay, so our opponent has gone to end step. I'll click to stop, so we can actually choose to end on the end step. He's actually unable to play any cards and must discard down. This gives us a hint to what he's doing. So he's playing the green-white deck by the look of this. Alright, we're going to play the island. We're then going to play the Hadama's Climb. And then we're going to play Curious Obsession. Hopefully on the creature. Excellent. That automatically did that, so one attacker. We swing it for 5. Whenever the creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. We will take that action and take another card. If that creature has more than 3 counters, we do that. Okay, good. So this is looking good now. We got a 5/5 big creature which draws us cards, and will continue to draw us cards, and we can pump it up to a 6/6 later as well. Also, seemingly, our opponent is going quite slow at the moment. They missed 1 land, so they have less power on the board than us. We have definite board advantage right now. So, this is a bit of protection. So this means that spells our opponents cast to target our merfolk are more expensive. So it's now harder for him to deal with this. We will then put another creature token on this, and we will attack. Dealing 6 and drawing a card. So we'll play an island because you get 1 a turn. And we will play the River Sneak because it can't be blocked. Now, we might be overplaying things a little bit here, but I don't imagine with 4 mana he can actually destroy everything. And if he does, it's going to be harder for him to deal with this. So I think we got him dead next turn. Okay, Merfolk work. I'm not a fan of Merfolk, as I mentioned a little earlier, but this is a fun aggro deck. So this is just power out as much as possible, draw cards as much as you can, and just push the advantage here. I should probably have played this first, because this gives us the ability to create many, many Merfolk. So we have a creature that can't be blocked. We can pump creatures with the Shapers of Nature. And next turn, we're going to get this triggered as well. So it'll have the condition attached, so it'll change into the land, and then we can upgrade the creature with the Winged Temple of Observer. There's basically no hope he's got at winning them here, unless he's got ability to kill everything at once, which seems unlikely. I just don't like the tribe that much. I mean, it's just personal preference, but it's a lot of cheap blue creatures, and blue is more sort of defense and counterattack rather than anything else. They don't usually spam creatures and run. That's more sort of a red style deck. But I'll be honest, they've got power here. All right, he's timing out, so I imagine he's either the Sparkly Fairies, indeed. Although I prefer fairies a little bit. They're sort of more evil, more trickery, still lots of card draw, but they're small flying things, small evasive threats. Merfolk can only be evasive with certain lords, and this tribe seems more focused on the counters anyway. This is quite a good card, actually, in the deck. I didn't necessarily rate this, but I guess the only downside with it is legendary, so we can only have 1 of it, but I think we're going to get a win by timeout. Timeout. Oh, he's used the timeout. Okay, he's just trolling us at this point. Apparently, there are things like timeouts we can use. And he's decided to use his timeout to basically decide to waste my time and hope that I will quit. He knows not the patience that I have. He knows not my patience. Victory to the Shadowhawk. And we get a small little bit of experience. Okay, we need 200 gold and a card. What do we get? Supreme Will's okay. That's a counter spell. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, green-blue are my favourite colours in Magic, but this isn't the sort of deck that... I think we'll play one more with this deck just to get the hang of the interface a little more, hopefully get a full game out of it. And then we'll see about moving on to the green-white deck to try and win 2 games with it. So we get 50 gold for a win bonus. I don't know how we use gold at the moment, but we'll find out. There's also the vault here, which is interesting. Victory number 1. Oh, play. Yeah, I thought we'd already kind of played, but let's activate select deck. Okay, we have a match. Let's see what we got. We're up against Gibraltar. I imagine there's a lot of new players on today because this is the time when they decide to do the server stress testing. So the opponent goes first. He'll either choose to keep his 7 cards or shuffle them back into the deck and draw 6. And he can keep doing that repeatedly if he needs to. We have turn 1 play and we've got a couple of creatures. Well, a creature and some other play. So we're definitely going to keep that. We're okay with it. Patience is legendary. No, I'm used to people trying to time me out and things. I've played actual card game versions of this with confusing combo decks and players who don't know how to use them. We're then going to opt. That's actually a good card to have on top, because that gives us additional Merfolk when we play Merfolk, so we're quite happy with that on top. We then draw it. Turn passes. So our opponent is on white. And I imagine he's probably also playing a star deck, but he might have also paid some upgrades as well. Unclaimed Territory. Vampire. Oh, okay. So he's playing the Vampire tribe against the Merfolk tribe then. Well, we can play a River Sneak. This gets more powerful if we play additional Merfolk, so we may have to take our hits for the moment. And see how this goes. So he plays that. Whenever a Merfolk attacks, he gets a token. Oh, okay. He's going to out-accelerate us in tokens, I think, at the moment. Yep, can't do much about that. We are going to choose no blockers. And take 2. Okay, then. So, how do we want to play this? Go for a forest. So we've got a Herald's Boon. So you can put... We can turn our creature into a 4/4, unblockable. But the problem with that is he's still outpacing us on power. So I think what we have to do here is we have to Deep Root Waters and try to power through this for next turn. There's no point in blocking right now. We can't really do a lot about his board state anyway. But the other downside is he's going to be gaining life. And whenever he casts a creature spell now, he can make a warrior token. He's going to have tons of tokens out of this. Alright, so we're down to 11. We got a tap land, which doesn't help us much. So how do we get around this then? Yeah, I think we may have to do some jumping. So I could swing him for 2. He'd counterattack for 5, 6, 7, yeah. Down to 9. There's a chance I could just die if he has anything that increases his power here, so I think we got to end the turn and keep up our spells. So yeah, we're likely going to have to block with the River Sneak now. We'll see what he does. We got a combat trick in hand. We can give him the River Herald's Boon. We could have put the Curious Obsession on, but part of the condition of a card is I must attack when I have, or I lose the creature I put it on. Play another deck. I can't do that in the middle game, sir. We will probably be playing another deck, though. For now, we're just going to see what he's doing. If we had... Next turn, we will be able to start making some more Merfolk, and that might be helpful. Especially as we can use the Herald of Secret Streams to get... Oh, he's given a power boost. Oh, this is Flash as well. So we can throw a 3/3 in front of it. Alright, we'll let him have that. Resolve. So he gets another Vamp token. If we kill that, his power does drop. It's the one plus point about this. We can kind of sneak the board a little bit here. And we also get a new token with Deep Root Waters. So I guess there's that side of things. Did he... combat. Yeah, combat attack. Sorry, I didn't realize it was actually waiting on me there. Okay, so we're going to flash this creature in and get a Murph Deep Root Waters trigger. It also powers up the River Sneak. So now we can give Hexproof to this and that. Okay. So I think we are going to block this, and then we're going to lock one of the Vamp tokens. So that clears the board a little bit here. And now we can do some stuff. All right. So let's go for Karametra Speaker. This gives us another Merfolk token as well, and powers up our River Sneak. I can then go Curious Obsession. The problem I've got here is that I'm actually in a bit of trouble, aren't I? Alright, let's go Curious Obsession on the River Sneak. So we're now a 4/4 unblockable, but he's got 28 life. We do, however, get to draw a card. And that was a good card to draw. Alright. So we could play this, which converts our power boost, but I think we prefer to go the River Herald's Boon and then counterattack that way. So let's see what he does. We can power up 2 of our creatures here, so if he does come in for attacks, we can stop it. Next turn, play this, power up all of our creatures again, and hopefully start chipping away at his points. We've got to be really careful of our defense, though. He can do 2 damage to us currently. Gain 2 life back, and it might be worth him doing this. Oh dear God, he's got a Crested Sun there. Alright, so he's got a 5/5 indestructible horse, and if he ever gains life, he gets more horses. That is probably game at this point. I don't think we can beat that. Because he's going to gain the life regardless here, so that's probably what he's debating here. We are going to block with this. It doesn't really cost us anything to do so. Does gain some life, does gain a horse. Unfortunately, there was no way to stop that. So, end of turn, we're going to cast this, target that, and target that. So we gain a bit of power. We can gain some more power potentially here. I could do a lot of damage, but it just wouldn't be enough, I don't think. So we have to play this, really. And are we just out? I don't know if we're just out from this or not. 1, 2... So I block the Crested Sunmare token, block that. Block that. Take 3, he gains more horses. Yeah, we can attack with a River Sneak. I've got to attack and basically see if we can draw an answer. We drew a land. Means I can play this as well, which gives us some more Merfolk. And makes our Merfolk harder to kill. So we're trying to swamp the board faster than he is. And hopefully just chump. They don't have trample, they can't get through. He will gain life out of this, but it's currently our best shot here. Radiant Destiny. Okay, so basically now all of his creatures don't tap to block. Okay. But he's not safe here. Now, this horse is indestructible. We can't kill this one. This one we can. If he decides to attack with it. And it's getting to a stage where I feel he's going to have to do something soon. Because currently we've got this. And this is our trump here. If we play this, this can't be blocked either. We could possibly steal the game. So you go up to 6 because of the 2 rings that come in. So 6, 10 unblockable damage we got on him next turn. Just got to avoid not losing, though. That's the thing. So he's going to attack with 1. We're going to, again, just block there. Because we might as well kill it. I mean, he's replacing that with a horse, which is the only problem. But we've got unblockable creatures, and that's the... Oh, there we go. Does that do it? Hold on. We might have him dead here. Oh, yeah, hold on. No, I've got to wait till next turn. But I think if we survive this turn, we win. So River Sneak now becomes a 6/6. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think we got him. Because currently he can't block this. Yeah, he can't block either of those. So he will take 10, and he is facing lethal damage right now. If he can't kill me this turn, I think we kill him. 2 more vampires. Okay. Because I can also get this, and this will allow me to attack with 2 more creatures. This is why I'm saying we've got it, even if he gains some incidental life from this. He has to attack with more than this, really. Yeah, we're going to say no blockers. We're just going to take the damage here. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, that pretty much sews it up. So we play this. Gain another token. Gain the River Sneak power boost. Play this. 2 creatures now get a +1/+1 counter, so we will put that ability on that, and he concedes! Merfolk are too good. Yeah, Merfolk are just too good. Okay, and the card we get this time is Cascading Cataracts, which is a rare. Adds 1 mana of every colour, which is good if we want to go 5 colours. Okay then. 2 games, 2 wins. And I think that means we're going to change our deck up a little bit here. So let's go and examine Selesnya Pride, which is the cat deck. In fact, we're just going to go with this. Okay. So this is similar to a deck that I play in Standard, and the deck I took to the last tournament I went to, which is in the wrong colours for it, really, but it is basically blue-white tokens, except they're running green because they want to do all the cat things. So Adorn Pronouncer, Anointer Priest. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Anointer Priest could be fun here if that's what they're going for. Because he'd also go for Anointed Procession, which is a rare, admittingly. So we'd have to burn one of our rare cards, but that would be an interesting way to go about this. I'm going to burn my rares immediately here. Regal Coracle would be nice as well, just give us a cat tribal effect there. Completely missed it now. Where was it? There we go, Anointed Priest. So we're going to make 2 more of these. And just go for a white. Yeah, we're going to go white tokens, I think. Don't want to do that. Baffling End is fine. Cat. Watchers of the Dead. Yeah, maybe we don't have enough. Sunscorched Champion. If we had a few more of those, then maybe. We're going to go for a couple of copies of Anointed Procession because I feel this is going to be a fun way to do this anyway. So there we go. 2 copies of Anointed Procession. Strength of the Pack I don't think is that good for us here. Regal Coracle's nice. Gives us a bit of cat boost. Since we're gaining a lot of life with our stuff, that'll be fine there. That's not good. Ixalan's Binding would be great, actually. we have any more? I'm burning a lot of my things here, but Ixalan's Binding is really good removal against a lot of stuff. You see what you've done there, sir, is you've given me the perfect way to get rid of you. Given me a way to get rid of you. Yeah, don't need the dinosaur. Have Anointed Procession out. We got 3 of those, actually, so we're doing quite well for that. Brought it on for a bit of enchantment removal. Sovereign Cat gives me more ability to make more cats. Cartouche of Strength is okay. Don't think we want the combat trick. What's Watchers of the Dead do? Okay, I don't think we want that. I don't think we want Pounce either. Okay, well, it's not terrible. I mean, he's got a sub-plan now. Might just put the Angel of Sanctions in there because it also produces some tokens. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go with token generators here rather than what the game plan seems to be for the deck. Just mono-white tokens. So kind of what my opponent was playing last time, except we're just going mad on this. Exert. Cartouche. And Cartouche. Okay. So I'm going to cut 9 cards from this. Feral Prowl is fine as a 1/3. Don't think we necessarily need that one. So remove that. Desert's Hold. Bit of incidental life gain. Radiant Destiny allows us to possibly change up to vampires midway through. Cartouche Strength is okay. Tokens are any creature that is created that is an actual physical thing. The reason I care about that is because Anointed Procession doubles the amount of tokens we make. And I was looking at this a little earlier, but Embalm basically creates an Anointed Priest. Embalm is basically make a token of that creature. And this basically would give us life every time we did that. So we're looking at this as a potential way to play around this one. We're probably going to get rid of a couple of forests, though. I don't know if we can add more planes. Oh, we can. Okay, good. Crested Sunmare is a good top-end win con. Yeah. We'll get rid of the Flash Cats. And probably cut another couple of forests, actually. Because we have cut most of the green out of this deck, for the most part. Appeal to Authority is fine. Actually, we'll get rid of Appeal to Authority. 2 more cards to get rid of. I don't like Desert's Hold, and I think the only other thing we might want to get rid of is possibly this, but it does produce tokens. Maybe I will cut the Angel of... We'll cut the Steward of Solidarity. Okay, there we go. So this is Celestia Pride with some stuff. It's fine. So we've made the deck. I did not rename it again, so I'm going to have to call it V2 just to make sure I've actually remembered that I've adjusted this one. So V2. I am cutting down forests in favour of plains because we need more farmland. You know, it's how it works. You want to live, that's what you do. No, that was... There we go. Celestia Pride, V2. Alright, let's see if we can go free for free. This guy, however, has played the game before. He's got a slightly higher rank showing. So this probably means that... probably means we're up against a real deck here. Well, it's not terrible. We've at least got stuff we can do. So we'll keep this. So we can go and make some tokens. We can... Ixalan's Binding any real threat he prays. Say a Scarab God or something. Okay, player planes. Pass turn. Okay, so he's playing possibly Vampire deck, possibly something else. We can make some vampire tokens at the end of this turn, though. That's at least something. And we've got a horse coming up. He's playing... Yeah, he's of course playing vamps as well, so... Let's go and make some vamps. We'd love one more land just so we can get this Crested Sunmare down in the turn time, because we're approaching the point where we could get in with some lifelink stuff. He's actually going for that. Reveals a Forerunner of the Legion from his hand. Okay, Shepherd Dunes. Shepherd Dunes is okay. That'll work for what we want. Okay, so we can go Cartouche, kill one of these, but he would get a vampire token to replace it. We could Ixalan's Binding, but I feel we got bigger problems than that, so I'm going to simply end the turn at this point. He can come in and over the top and attack us for 2. He can also play his Forerunner, which gets in the search for a vampire. Okay, so 2, he gains 2 because of lifelink. They're Mardu colours, which is basically black, red, and white. So the Ixalan ones are vampires of lore, effectively. But so now he gets to search for any vampire he wishes. But we're getting in a position where we're going to start having 5/5 horses to attack him with next turn. And also, we can use our horses to actually fight. Champion of Dusk is a bit of a worry. Not going to deny that. Champion of Dusk is a little bit of a worry. However, what we're going to do is we're going to play our Crested Sunmare. Then we're going to attack with 1. We don't need to attack with both at this stage. He can block, but we're more interested in just gaining some life and making a horse token. So there we go. We have a 5/5 indestructible horse for as long as the Crested Sunmare exists. We can also Ixalan's Binding what he's about to play here, which is probably what we want to do. Oh, he's got the Chupacabra. So this instantly kills something when it appears. Which is a pain, but hey, we got something. Alright, so we can play this. We can go Cartouche of Strength on the horse token. This gives it a power boost, and we get to kill something. So we are going to fight... I think we want to just deal with his flyer here, because it's the one thing we can't really stop at the moment. So it means he's got the option of killing this horse, but he's going to have to trade 2 creatures to do it. Or we could wait a bit and do this later. If we attack, he can kill the horse, trading 2 of his creatures off, though. We then follow with Regal Coracle and Ixalan's Binding. We know he's got a big Champion of Dusk he can play next turn. So this is why I'm thinking here. I'm going to offer the trade. If he takes it, that we're possibly okay. He actually just took it. Okay. So we can counterattack for a little more damage, but that will be okay. Also, our creature does have trample, so he can't just chump block this. He has to actually properly block things. Bishop of Binding. Exile target creature. Okay. Whenever a token is exiled, it just goes away because it's not an actual card. We're now in trouble again. Yeah, we are in trouble again. We're going to say no blockers here. Down to 9. So. You can power up vampires. You can power up... Actually, that doesn't work. So that vampire does nothing now. That only does stuff when it comes back. We don't have anything that we're really worrying about at this stage, but I think Regal Caracles are our best way out now. That was weird. Let's not do that again. Alright, we're going to attack with a vampire token this time. If he wants to trade one of his creatures off with it, we're okay with that. We're just trying to increase our life total a little bit. There are some actual board wipes, but since I'm playing with a starter deck, I don't imagine there was one in there. I do have some rares I could buy some. There's Settler Wreckage, which is in white. There's a couple of cards in black that do the same thing. Okay, so he draws a lot of cards and gains a lot of life. We have a slight thing that we can do about that, though, at least. Although it's only a 4/4. So I think we're going to double block the Chupacabra here. So we gain 4 life from this. He loses his Chupacabra. We lose one of our cat tokens. Planes. Play Ixalan's Binding. And I feel that we want to just take rid of his strongest king here. I wanted to get rid of the Forerunner for quite a little bit, but... Oh, here's the thing now. Do I just attack with this, or do I... I think I'm going to hold off. Yeah, I've got to hold off. Well, that's how I won my first 2 games, just going massively wide and winning. Vanquish's Banner. He's powered up all these vampires. That's not good. And he draws a card whenever he plays a vamp now. This is starting to look bad here. I don't think we got a way out of this. If we sold horse plays, we'd be alright, but... So I think my best play right now is to trade with the Martyr of Dusk. Keep the Regal Coracle alive for the moment. Take 2, gain 3. He shouldn't have any combat tricks, but... Does get a Lamping Vampire out of that deal. Does pump up again. We had a cast out, which is okay. The only problem with this possibly is that I don't know what it's actually going to do for me for the rest of this. So I could cast out... Well, nothing in the graveyard I can cast. Actually, cast out. Targeting the Vanquisher's Banner. Unfortunately, that only weakens his board state. It doesn't really help me at this point. End turn. It at least prevents him from drawing tons of cards, although he's massively ahead of me. If I can draw a couple of cats, it'll be fine. Ah, there we go. He's drawn another pump effect. Yeah, I don't see us winning from here. Not unless I do have a Wrath spell somewhere in the deck that I missed. Okay, so we lose 1. I think we have to trade with that. Take 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Got to keep the cat alive just on the off chance we can get some lifelinkers. I feel that's it. Yeah, GG. Okay, he had the pump spell. We are defeated. Well, that was okay, actually. I mean, the deck worked well, and we were playing against somebody who'd actually tricked their deck out a bit. We know that from his deck. This wasn't a new player. And that's fair. I felt we were in the game. It just, unfortunately, lack of Wraths, I think. Let's actually just quickly go back here. Did we have anything that would have helped us there? Baffling End would have removed another creature. Yeah, we didn't really have any other way of getting around that. If we'd have had an Anointed Procession out or something first, we might have been able to double up tokens enough to get away with that, but... What can you do? What can you do? We'd have had more than a couple if that had worked. Oh, we'll try one more with the deck, because actually... This is, I mean, it's sectorly strange strategy, but I kind of like the plans we built up for this one. Especially if we can do some ridiculous life gain shenanigans later, which is what the plan of the deck was when I was rebuilding it slightly. Alright, we're up against another new player. So we're 2-1 for the night. Opponent goes first. Master Suspiro, what are you doing? Oh, we're gonna mold it. Actually, no, I do have free lands. Okay, We also have our Anointed Procession out, which is nice, and we have the ability to do some card draw, so we're okay with this. It's not brilliant by any means, but it's not terrible. And he's probably playing the same deck we've got, although we updated ours. So we play a tap land and pass the turn. I do like cats. I really like cats, you know. When is Mahjong? Never, sir. Okay, so we lose some life here. Let's go Plains, and let's make an Anointed Priest. So this gives us a 1 free blocker, but whenever we have a creature token into play, we gain a life. Also, we can Embalm it for 4 mana if it's in the graveyard and make another token. Oh, unfortunately, it's under our control, so we'll see. It does stop him it does stop him attacking us more than once, I suppose. Depends where he wants to just gain some life for whatever reason. But nobody knows what Pot of Greed does! I mean, clearly they explain it in every single episode. Okay, Cartouche makes him a 2-2. They fight. So they do 1 damage to each other. Doesn't mean he gains some life out of this. If he attacks, we can trade with him, and we would be okay with that, actually. Yeah, we're okay with trading that. So he's basically used 2 cards to knock out 1 of ours, and both of us get 1 card back, so he shouldn't have any combat tricks. He will gain a couple more life out of this, so he's up to 25. Okay, so it's now showing it there. We're going to play a Desert of a True because it's a tap land. A little annoying, but hey. And we will play another Anointed Priest. So we're okay with things. As a plus side, we can get this back next turn, which could be... Actually, no, we play Anointed Procession first, then we get this back, and we get multiple versions of it. And then we see how high the life counter can go. Okay, so he embalms. That basically means he revives it from the graveyard for its embalm cost and gets Zombie Cat! All hail Zombie Cat. Okay, Shepherd Dunes is okay. So what we will do here is we will play our Oasis. And then we will play our Anointed Procession. So whenever... And if an effect would create 1 or more tokens under our control, we create twice that many. And we'll attack with the Anointed Priest because 1 free versus 1-1. We're okay with this. I mean, get effectively is worthless because he's going to attack back for 1, gain 1 life, but it means that he then has 1 less blocker for when we come back next turn and revive the Anointed Priest. As a... Oh, it's only a 1 free. It's not the fun zombie things. And yeah, he's playing exactly the same deck we are. But I've upgraded this, and I'm hoping I've upgraded it better. Okay, Plains. Play the Plains. So we can cast Angel of Sanctions, and that might actually be an okay move in a little bit, but we'll save that. I fancy revive the Anointed Priest like this. So we're going to get Zombie Priest. In fact, we get multiple Zombie Priests, and we gain 6 life. Embalm is a new mechanic from the last set or so. It's in from Armencat. But basically, you have a cost that you can do it from the graveyard. 24, and whenever we make a token now, we're gaining free life. There's no point in attacking, so we're just going to end the turn. They bounce off each other at this stage, so... So, Angel of Sanctions is good, but we didn't want to play it then, because we want to use it to exile something good he's got. Say a Crested Sunmare or something. If we would get a Crested Sunmare ourselves, we'd be perfect. Yeah, okay. That's something we want to get rid of. Might even just decide to get rid of it with our cast out. Also, it didn't tap my lands correctly. I've just noticed. Yeah, so I think we Angel of Sanctions here. And then we're going to exile the Arncroc champion. I could attack with all three. I'd get a little bit of damage in. We can't kill any of them, so... yeah, we'll attack with these three. He can gain a little bit of life back if he wants to kill his cat, but... The embalm cost also exiles it from the graveyard, so he has no hope of getting that back if that happens. That just means we've done a bit of damage. Cast out. Oh, he's going to cast out our Angel of Sanctions. That gets his thing back. Interestingly, though, we have this next. Attack for 2. We're okay with that. It moves the game state on. Oh, that's fun. Hold on. Yeah, cast out. Targeting the cast out. Which puts Angel of Sanctions back into play, so we then re-hide that. Next, Shepherd Dunes and Queen's Commission for a lot of tokens. Up to 34. Attack with everything. Oh, this is working. It's working. So yeah, just the effect of doubling our tokens we get is with these is just massively, massively good for us right now. Oh, if we got one of our other anointed possessions, we just double things. Angel's Hold. Okay, so we can't attack. I don't actually. Can we attack? Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, I'm okay to take one. I've got 34 life right now. Oh, there we go. Cast another anointed possession. Cast a Feral Prowler. Yep, pay 1 green to do that. And I guess we attack with everything here. The important thing we're doing here is just putting the pressure on. The lower his life total is, the more he has to worry about defending. And obviously we gain some life out of this ourselves, so it's still worth it. Oh, I'd love for us to have something else we can revive now, because we're getting double tokens. Times 4. Yeah, if we get Regal Coracle off the top, I would be so happy. Has powered up all of his cats, which is slightly annoying. And they all have lifelink now, so... do I care? I guess I care. We'll block here. Block 2 of the damage that's coming through to us. Draw something that doesn't help us much. Okay. Play a forest. Pass for turn. So what we really want in an ideal world now is to kill this Angel of Sanctions off. Because then we could actually sanction away quite a lot of his board with the duplicate tokens. Yeah, if he ever kills the Angel of Sanctions, we're in this... Oh, he's got a second Regal Coracle? Oh, suddenly the game is away from me here. Okay. I think I have to take that. I mean, I could trade... Actually, I've got to, if I kill one of the Coracles, that's probably the correct play here. Kill the Regal Coracle off, because that weakens his old board. He shouldn't have attacked with that, really. Unless he has a trick, which he might have, but he's only got 1 green left. Yeah, so a lot of damage dealt, but he has weakened his own stuff here. Okay. So it's important to note we also have this trick, but we want to be careful when we use it. Actually, we're on 26 now. Yeah, let's see if we can trick him into attacking us. Because we can use this effect to power our board up. Plays another cat, plays another cat. He did attack with the other Coracle. That no, okay, here we go. So he is now defending. I guess it doesn't matter too much, but they all have lifelink, don't they? So block. Okay, down to 22. He's on 46. Crested Sunmare. If we have... we need to gain some life. Any life and we got the game. Any life and we've got the game in hand because we just make so many 5/5 tokens. Equally, if he draws that, we're finished. I can't activate either of these, unfortunately. If I'd have played the planes, I could have done, actually. So we have to basically gain any life. Any amount of life. And we're in the game. Oh, actually. Oh, it only cares if we gain life. But we still gain 4 horses. Aerosaur. 1 creature gains flying. Yeah, we're going to take a bit more of a hit now. Just attacking with that, interestingly. That is not the way to do this, I think. So... Cartouche is good at the very least, because that actually I think does it. So Cartouche that, gain a token, gain a lot of life, and suddenly we're in business. We're not even going to risk attacking. If we attack with that thing, he can kill it, and then we don't get our trigger. Here we're going to end the turn. Anointed Procession on Crested Sunmare makes more tokens, gains a bunch of life. Okay, life is now good. The horse is now ridiculous. So we got a 6/6 on board. We have 4 indestructible 5/5 attackers, and any time we gain any life, we make more. Okay, I'm going to name horse. This is how you do it. You name horse. These do not have lifelink. I don't want to attack with the 7/7 because that's important to keep. So, yeah, attack with 4 6/6s that are indestructible and will be on the block as well. Yep, done. Done. But other thing's indestructible, so his triple block doesn't do anything. Indestructible. We didn't gain life though, so we don't gain new horses, but we're already now in a ridiculous board state. We just got to protect this horse. This is the one that makes us pretty much guaranteed winners now. This has been a really fun game. Also, we have the Blessing of the City, which applies to 1 card here. Oh, God! Is there a chat function? I don't know if there's a chat in this. Oh, it's good to know I can do that. But this game has just gotten to the realms of the ridiculous now. The plus point on our end is he does not have 2 Anointed Processions. So he can get 1 token. We can get 4 whenever we gain life. So he's not quite as well off. It does mean, though, that he can have some indestructible blockers for our indestructible stuff. Yeah, here he comes on the attack. And he only gains 1. So I think what we do here is we kill as many cats as we can. No, no, no. There's 1 horse, and the 1 horse is riding us to victory right now. So, block, block, block. Because if we can also kill off all of his life linkers here. What hasn't been blocked yet? That one. So yeah, we're trying to kill off anything that he has that gains him some life. To the extent, I might even kill one of his feral cats as well. Because all my stuff is indestructible. His stuff isn't. He's lost a lot of board position from this. But he will gain a horse that is indestructible. So he gains 1 indestructible horse out of this. Whereas we still have all of our advantages. And our horses are better. He did gain a lot of life though. So he doesn't necessarily need to deal with this right now. He can also conceivably kill this Sunmare if we attack with it, so we're not going to. Yeah, just the horses. It's still 24 life that he can afford to lose, but you know, if we'd have drawn our sacred cat a while ago, or you know, our real coracle, this game would already be over. Anointed Procession's too good. Yeah, he just decided to take it, and I don't blame him for that. Our horses, however, have Vigilance because of Radiant Destiny. We have all the advantages here. He does have a 1 free flyer, which is the only thing on his board we can't deal with, unless we can get rid of Desert's Hold. We also still have our Oasis tricks, so we can always pump our creatures up if we need to as well, if we get a chance to, say, kill his Coracle off. Alright, that is a pain, because he's got to wait. That gives him +1/+1 for each cat he controls, and he can make more cats. Yeah, okay. It's important to note that also that other horses are indestructible. The Crested Sunmare is not indestructible. Ours has first strike, which is somewhat times useful. It does its combat damage first, so it can kill a creature before it kills it back. But obviously it doesn't work if you've got multiples. Attack for 3, 31. Build the Trojan Rabbit, you say? Okay. So we've got ourselves an Adorned Pouncer. This is another cat. And if we can find a way to kill it, we can gain a power boost. Unfortunately, we have to find a way to kill it. So I think what we have to do here is go to combat. So we're going to attack with Anointed Priest, all of these, and the Feral Prowler. I'm going to give him the opportunity to kill some things. And the reason I'm getting the opportunity to kill this is if he kills it, he's doomed himself, because we just make a load more tokens, gain a lot more life, gain a lot more horses. If he kills this, not much really happens, but I draw a card. I'm just giving him opportunities, but he's smart. He's not going to take it. He's smart enough for that. Oh, he is going to kill the Anointed Priest. He killed the Anointed Priest. Why would you kill the Anointed Priest? I'm just going to do this. Why would you do that? That's the worst move you could make right now, because now I get more horses. By the way, horses. He gains a horse as well, but I gain 4 horses. And gain even more life. Killing the Anointed Priest was not the right move. At all. I'm on 79 life right now. No, it was just the obvious thing. It wasn't even a trap card. It wasn't hidden. He knew it was there. Make 2 more cats. Yep. I think this is desperation territory now. If I'm attacking with 8. I have so many Anointed Priests because I've definitely got 4 times that many. So I've got 6. I make a token, I gain 6 life. Which also then makes me more tokens, because of course I get more horses. I wonder how high this life counter goes. Oh, I only got general chat. I can't say this is a silly game. I'm annoyed at that. I want it. If this is Magic the Gathering Online, we'd be talking about how silly this game is. And it is. This is a ridiculously silly and fun... Oh, good God! Anointed Procession number 3. Yeah. Good game. If he kills this Pouncer, well, we might find that one out. I mean, it is stacking things already. But this is part of what we're doing here. This is beta testing. We're seeing how much we can stress this game out here. So he has 2 indestructible horses, of course, and he can gain some more life to gain another indestructible horse, but ours have vigilance and are stronger. And he has to block it, everything. He can only let one of these through. He's blocking the cat. I can embalm the cat. Oh, alright, fine. If he kills the cat, he deserves to lose this. I mean, he shouldn't have killed the Anointed Priest, but this is another embalm creature. Oh, he's down to -7. Didn't have enough blockers. Oh, that was a ridiculously fun game. 275 credits and another card, which is a Glorious End. I actually really like this card. However, it is a combo piece again. It just instantly ends the turn. Regardless of what the state of the game is, you can just... Yep, opponent's casting a spell, enter. Opponent's trying to do stuff, end the turn. But yeah, I had 6 Anointed Priests, each with the effect of gaining 1 life per turn. Yeah, the other player made a couple of mistakes there, and if I'd have had enough life, I'd have embalmed the cat and gained 4 tokens times the 6, so 24, and plus I would have gained another 4 tokens. In fact, I gained even more from that, so that's 12, 12, 12, 8. Goodness knows how much I would have gained there, but that was ridiculous. We're playing with this deck again. I have to win 1 more to get this achievement anyway, so we're playing 1 more of these. We'll also get a booster in 2 games' time if we can... Yeah, if I can make 2 wins, I get another booster. So we're playing on with this deck because that was perfect. Okay, rank 3 versus rank 1. CC? Feast me? Let's see what you got. I might have to test out one of the other decks once I've got the 2 wins, though. We'll see how it goes. Horse deck, yeah. Oh, more horses, clearly. There aren't that many horses in the game, though. I think Crested Sunmare is the only actual horse in this arena at the moment. No, I don't think there's any more horses in the Ixalan set. Somebody could have to correct me on that, I think, but... Yeah, so it would have been basically 6... I had 6 Anointed Priests. I had 3 copies of Anointed Procession, so token doubling twice. So I'd have made 8 tokens, 6 each, 8 times 6. Okay, this is okay. It's not great, in all fairness, but we've got 2 tap lands, which is a pain, but we'll be okay with that. Depending on what our opponent's doing. Blue, we fear. If this is a random blue-black control deck, we're in trouble. He's got a... Okay, no, he's playing Merfolk, I think. Silvergill Adept. So he draws a card. So he's playing the Merfolk deck we played at the start, which is probably fine. Alright, we're going to play the Indomitable. And we will play a Sacred Cat. Yeah, but that's not the end of the equation, because then we'd have made 8 horses. So that doubles that. You got 96 life out of that deal. Okay, so... Go for planes. Cartouche Strength, fight, and die anyway. Yeah, we're just going to get a combat here. If he wants to trade that off, I'm happy for it. And then I can... Do we even want this, really? I don't think we do. No, we're going to enter. So we know he's got a thing. He can put a counter on something when it comes into play. So we may need to use the Cartouche of Strength to actually kill that in a moment. So we can make a 2/2, then have that creature fight another creature. So if he uses the Jade Bearer, as he's probably going to do for the war. Okay, why is he doing that first? We're okay with that, but he might have been afraid of a combat trick or something. He might have thought that's why we were pausing. Why is he not playing stuff? I am curious now. Okay, well, we've got Angel of Sanctions, so the good news is if we can get one more turn out of the deal, we're just going to lock him out. Okay, let's go Constitution Strength now. It tapped wrong. Oh, he's going to counter it, that's why. Crushing Tide, so returns the creature to my hand, that's fine. Although apparently we tapped wrong. Yeah, we could have done that without that, using the Oasis instead. Yeah, and that's slightly annoying. So he's now got that effect. We get hit for free. Okay, so we can go Regal Coracle and fight back, but I think it's going to be more important for us in the long run to play Angel of Sanctions. Countered. Oh, this is what I meant, the blue control deck. The blue control deck's doing evil things. Okay, so we get down to 9. This is also why he's holding spells back. The good news is he can't block this. So we're going to embalm our Angel of Sanctions, which is not casting a spell, so we can get away with this. And we'll get rid of his Waters, because that's probably the most worrying card on his board. Target Merfolk gains Hexproof. So he gains 1 extra token out of that. Yeah, take action. I can't really avoid that. So he's still going to win at this point, I think. Yeah, we've just been crushed. It was a really fast start by him. We didn't have anything early game that mattered, and he's countered our 2 plays. So, yeah. That's a good game. Yeah. We'll let him play it out, though. I'd like, we should let him have the joy of just crushing us here. Yeah, no blockers. Can't really do much about that anyway. GG. Well, that was indeed a thing. Okay, so waiting for a new cast, 12:39. Do we want to try one more game with a cat there just to see if we can get this gold reward? I don't know whether it's going to matter, but we'll have a go at it anyway. Volkenhen, I challenge you. I do like the Ixalan Temple theme that's got going on at the moment. I hope they change that when they get to the new set. Okay. This is risky, but it does contain 2 of our best cards. So we're going to risk this one. Oh yeah, we were just destroyed. I mean, it might happen again here. We're up against the control deck. Well, I assume it's a control deck. It might be Merfolk again. So Merfolk, Vampires, and Cats, or Forces rather, seem to be the only tribes worth playing. Plains end turn. If we don't draw another land, we're in trouble, though. But if we can get Anointed Procession plus Pride Sovereign, we're probably looking extremely good. Okay, Anointed Priest. Oh, he cancelled it. Oh. Well, the good news is it's in the graveyard now. Yeah, we can't play that. I can play Hamsters Tribal in Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't play Hamster Tribal in this. Yeah, we didn't draw another land. We're in severe trouble. Oh, thank God, another land. Wrong colour, ideally, though. But hey, we're now at the point where we can probably make the Anointed Priest plays. Nearly. Forest off the top would be perfect, followed by... Oh, what do we need now? We're going to have to probably go Forest, Land, Land, Regal Coracle, Regal Coracle. To stay in the game. Alright, there's land 1. So let's go Anointed Procession. So at the very least, we can do some token generation in the moment. But we're losing 6 life this turn. Sorry, 5 life this turn. And if we don't draw... We need basically a land. If we get a land off the top, we're okay. If we don't, problems. The good news is we'd get double Regal Coracle triggers, so... He's got a 2/2 unblockable creature. So we're dead in 6 turns regardless of what we do here. Nope, we're dead in 4 turns regardless of what we do here. Alright, land. Okay. So this gives us Regal Coracle. Plus a lot of tokens. Now, yeah, we could have played the Anointed Priest first, but at this point we desperately need a life gain. Currently, we're already down a little bit here. We're down to 4. But the good news is, if we play a second Regal Coracle... Oh, thank God, we finally got one of these. Alright, Forest in play. So, let's work this out here. We can embalm for that much, gain 2 life twice, so gain 4 life up to 8. I think we got to play Regal Coracle and go for this. Except that if we play the Anointed Priest first, it just helps. I don't know. What's correct here? We're doing that now. Play a Feral Prowler. Attack with all the cats. This gains us 8 life, puts us up to 16. Hopefully keeps us in the game. And the good news is when we play Regal Coracle next, we gain a bunch more life as well, so... Okay, so he's chumped with a token, chumped with a token. We'll go down to 29. Nope, he's also going to block and trade. Yeah, and he's going to double block one of those. Okay, so we're killing 2 of our cats, definitely. Which I'm okay with. Yeah, we don't mind that too much. Done. I don't have the horse, sir. The good news is we're back up to 16, and we have more life gain cards on the board, and we've got a second Regal Coracle coming up next. One with a wind. 5/5, so that's 9, 10, 11. Okay. So he's hoping to outrace us here, and he might be able to do it. But we've got a second Regal Coracle coming in. Okay. Oh. Okay. So I could go Anointed Priest, Pride Sovereign, create a bunch more tokens, gain enough life to survive, then Regal Coracle next turn. Yeah, we're going to do that. Pride Sovereign. I think we got to all-out attack this, so that would leave us with... I've messed this up. Yeah, I've messed this up. So got to 9, still lose. Yeah, no, I messed that up. I should have just played the Regal Coracle. Yeah. Doesn't matter now. Alright. Yeah, we messed that one up. And GG. For Xaxes. For some reason, I thought we'd had enough life to survive that, but then we just didn't. Alright, one more game. The cat... Yeah, it's fine. I should have played... If I'd have played the other cat, I wouldn't have got additional triggers from the tokens, and that's kind of... I blinded myself into thinking that was a better play if I had 1 more point of life and would survive the turn. Because then I'd have so many more life gainers, and that would have overhauled me. He killed just enough cats on his attack that allowed me to do this. Okay, we're going to keep this. So we have Anointed Priest, Cartouche, Squire's... In fact, Anointed Priest, Squire's Devotion, gain a bunch of life-linking attackers. So start with the Expanse, pass the turn. Also, we're playing the blue-red deck, and I don't know what this one does. Currently, it plays Riddle form. So we're going to play an Anointed Priest. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it becomes a free flying creature in addition to its other types. Okay, so he's probably got linear burn. So basically, direct damage spells or card draw or various other effects to turn this thing on and kill us. Enigma Drake 0/4. Okay. So I think the correct play here is Anointed Priest, Cartouche, because this will create us a bunch of a token where we gain 2 life. No modifications yet. There's no point in attacking. End the turn. The good news is we can Thrashing Brontodon to destroy this Riddle form if we need to. And also we're soon going to have a 3/5 lifelinker. Problem is, all this stuff flies. And he's unsummoned our Anointed Priest. Okay, well that's unfortunate. So this comes back to the hand. The equipment goes away. So I could Squire's Devotion on that, gain a Vampire token. Cycle Desert first. Yeah, actually, let's cycle the Desert. So we discard that, draw another card. Okay, then. Yeah, okay. So we'll play the Anointed Priest back here. Attack with both. Currently he's only hitting us for 1 plus his Riddle form Drake, so okay with that. But if we can go next turn Anointed Procession, then start sticking the Squire's Devotions on. We can also, of course, if we can get a second green source, we can go and do this. Insults. Damage can't be prevented. I've missed that one. 2 damage to target creature or player. Lightning strikes us. Okay. So it's down to 12. Oh, we might actually be in trouble here. Can't block any of that, so yeah. He had enough. GG. So the red deck is quick and awesome currently. I want to get this achievement. We're going to play one more game with this darn cat deck and then we're going to move on. We probably did peak in the Mega Horse game. So clearly the deck is capable of doing stuff, but it's just not it's not consistent enough at the current level. So that's fine. We don't mind inconsistency. Occasional awesomeness followed by inconsistency is exactly what I love about Magic sometimes. This looks okay. So we got Adorn Pouncer to start with. We can go into Pride Sovereign. Then we can start Anointed Priest plus Pride Sovereign. So, okay, we're good with that. As long as you draw another white source in 2 more turns. So, start with Plains. What are we up against? No idea. He's playing Evolving Wilds. That can tap for any... The tap destroys itself, search for any land. Well, any basic land, anyway. Oh, he's playing Counter Magic. We're doomed. He's playing Counter Magic. Well, we're going to go for the Adorn Pouncer first off. So Eternalize, by the way, is a slightly different thing to Embalm, but it does effectively create a black zombie token of the cat, but it's a 4/4 as well. So it's a slightly more powerful version. So next turn, if we can draw a white source, we're going to go for Pride Sovereign and then Anointed Priest. Yes, perfect. So Pride Sovereign. Attack with a Pouncer. It does double strike, so it does damage at first strike level and normal level. And next turn, we can Anointed Priest plus make some cats. So we gain a bit more life back. Of course, we don't have the Anointed Procession, which is the better version of this, but hey. Can't have everything. And if we draw 1 more land after that, we got Real Coracle, and that just sets the game up. He's playing blue-black, and that should worry me here, because that means he's got access to things like the Scarab God. Alright, Oasis. We will play a Anointed Priest. Opponent's thinking he might be able to do something about this. Of course, we get it in the graveyard. That's not bad for us either. Using a timeout. Okay, so he's going to Supreme Will that. We're going to let that resolve. Yep, we're not going to pay 3. What we are going to do then is exert, make some more cats, and then attack with this. So exert means it doesn't untap during the next turn, but we've now basically made extra cats. Ah, and he kills it. Alright, that's fine. We still got some extra cats. We're okay with it. Oh, joy of joys. The deck knows what I want to do. Anointed Procession. Let's go on the attack. Alright, so 12 to 22, and we've got a Regal Coracle if we draw a land. We can also embalm this. Alright, Little Debbie, thanks for joining us for this little bit of nonsense that I have enjoyed immensely. So basically, we're going to make massive multi-tokens in a little bit. So double Anointed Priest into Regal Coracle. Of course, if we don't draw a land, we might just... I mean, Thrashing Brontodon's fine. We could go with that plan, but... These are not the ridiculous cards, annoyingly. These are the base cards for the most part. Okay, that's good. So, I think the plan then is... What is the plan here? Brontodon's okay. I think we still want to go and embalm this, even though... Yeah, we're going to embalm this. Let's start getting some life. It's the most expensive. I wouldn't actually say the Black Lotus is all that good. I'll attack with the Pouncer. If he wants to trade, I'm happy to do so. Yeah, there we go. So double strike means he does first damage and standard damage, and also we can eternalize this, and we gain double tokens and gain lots of life. So we're happy to have that in the graveyard. I mean, if we don't draw a land, what I guess we're going to do is we're just going to play another Anointed Priest, and, well, I guess we might actually just play the Queen's Commission here, just make ourselves 4 Vampire tokens. See what happens. There we go, alright. So gain the land. Or I could go Anointed Priest first, but this has got to be right. No, actually, Regal Coracle's better. Yeah, Regal Coracle, double cat producing things, plus pumping my current cats. Council, there we go. So we wouldn't have been able to counter the Pouncer, but we're okay with that. Got a card out of his hand, he's down at 8, he's still in trouble. And we still got the possibility of just eternalizing regardless of what he does here. Return target creature to his owner's hand. He's probably got to get rid of one of the Anointed Priests here. Since it's a token creature, it doesn't exist, and that means it just goes away. But we're okay. We're not getting... Ridiculous amount of life is fun, but it's not what we were going for ultimately with this. No, what I think we're going for right now is this. So we now eternalize, make a couple of tokens, and no attacks. So we now have 2 4/4 double strikers, and he needs to block both of them next turn or he loses. Okay, he can impale one of them. Now he can stay alive, but he has to block it still. He has to block. He can't not block this. He has to do something to prevent this from doing damage to him where he loses. Ascend, draw cards. That's probably an okay move. He's forced to block, though. He'll be down to 5, and then we'll see what he's got. Alright, play the planes. We'll go to combat. We'll do things after his attack here. If he does not block this... I have no idea what's going on at the moment, but okay, fine. The thing is, we don't even lose the cat. That's the other plus point of this. Alright, Queen's Commission, make some vampires. Feral Prowler, make another cat. So, yeah, there we go. Oh, perfect. We got our 2 wins. Okay. 2 wins with the correct color deck. We even pick up the extra reward here. Commit to memory is not bad. So one more win and we get this booster pack. I think we want to see another deck, don't we? So, which color combo would you like me to have a look at now? And then try to improve a bit. What the hell is even the theme of this deck? Which deck? Purple and brown. Why not? Effectively, the two sets that are in this game currently are Ixalan, which is sort of exploring a world of dinosaurs and ancient ruins and whatever else. Basically, Aztec adventures. Previously, we played in a world that was basically Egypt. So that's why there's a kind of a thing. Vampires are there because vampires are cool. And they decided that vampires live in this exploratory world. Red green. You want me to play the big red silly thing? Okay, I'm down with this. I'm down with the big red silly thing. So let's have a look at what we've actually got for a deck and see how we can upgrade it. So Ryle. So I know one thing about dinosaurs is that they have effects when they are dealt damage. So we do want to see what we got for dinos at this point. Burning Sun's avatar is not great. But we do have some big creatures at the top end of this scale. Star of Extinction also is just ridiculously fun, but doesn't actually do a lot. That wouldn't be bad as a top end, actually. So let's put that in. Hour of Devastation we should put in, because that's one of the few board wipes I know about in this game here. Puncturing Blow also kills things, and we're looking for stuff that kills things right now. Captivating Cruise, not good. Glorious End would be fun, but we do lose the game if we fail to get it. Cannonade. Cannonade might be useful unless we fight pirates. Arncrop Crasher is one of the better creatures in this thing at this point. Combat Sullivan is fun as well. Especially if we got things to do with our dinos. Alright, well let's go into the dino set then. So, looking at the green stuff. Naga Vitalist would be a bit of ramp, so we might want to put that in the deck just to try and accelerate us up a little bit. Cartouche of Strength is okay. What about the Glowing... Actually, I don't know if Growing Rights would be any good. We should have put that in the Merfolk deck, actually. Wouldn't have been too bad, actually, in the other decks we did. Gift of Paradise for a bit more ramp. Don't have a lot of... Oh, Ronus. Ronus. Yeah, we knew we picked up Ronus for a reason. And the reason is apparently now. This combat damage to a player that explores isn't too useful. Half of Discovery is okay for just a bit of a power boost. Sellback's okay. The Rhino probably isn't all that useful in the deck, to be truth be told, but... And that is it. And what green reds have we got? If we had a Regisaur Alpha, I'd be quite happy. Do we have a Regisaur Alpha anywhere? No, although we do have a Samet Voice of Dissent, I hadn't realised. Primal Amulet doesn't really help us. Vanquished Banner is a bit pricey for what we're trying to do. Okay, so we've basically added a bunch of nothing much into the deck. There are some good dinos, but apparently they're not here. And Regisaur Alpha is probably the best dinosaur in the set, but it's not here. Unless I'm missing something. I mean, we also have this. We could put this in as well. But... yeah, okay. I guess it gives us another ref. Yeah, we'll go with that. So what we're trying to do here is just ramp into our big stuff. So Ryle does draw us a card, but does damage our creatures in response. Searching for dinosaurs seems fine. I think I'm going to take the Ryles out for the moment. There's not enough dinosaur payoffs, I think, from this. Dinosaurs cost 1 less. See, that's one of the few payoffs we do have, the Raptor Hatchlings. A Braid is an awesome little thing that gets around stuff. Channeler Initiates, I think we want to... Actually, maybe we do want to keep that. I mean, it's ramp at the end of the day. Same with Naga Vitalist. Unknown Migration gives us extra land. I guess I'll get rid of the Cannonade. Just because we've got a few low-grade things. There's 1 damage to each creature without flying, draw a card. And that's kind of getting a bit on the mess side. Mouth to feed. Greater Hippo. Yeah, okay, we can make hippos for you. There you go. We're on a Savage Stomp. He's probably fine. The Brontodon's good. We're talking about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff now. Awesome. Raging Regisaur. It's just not as good. Oh, I want to cut 7 cards from here, and I think I'm looking at the expensive stuff, really. Bird and Sun's Avatar. Your life gain, we're going to cut that. This can at least pumps our guys. Works well for that. I think we want to get rid of a couple of forests at this point. 5, 6. It's an expensive deck, but 24. I could probably cut it to 22 lands. I wouldn't mind putting Samet in the deck, actually. Itali is awesome and allows us to steal some stuff from the opponent. That we'll take out. Forerunner of the Empire is okay. I guess what we're taking out then is Puncturing Blow, because that's expensive for a bit of removal. It does have the advantage of being able to remove some stuff, but... So 1 card to get rid of. I guess the only thing... 1 damage to any target. Trample Haste doesn't do a lot else for us, though. Except being a 5/5 Trample out of nowhere could be useful. We've seen a lot of go wide decks. This is a go tall deck, really. We're looking at 1 good guy and whatever else we can get. Braid is awesome. I guess... Because this only makes 1 token, we're going to get rid of that. Okay. The Sun Empire V2. Okay, let's go home. Actually, let's have a quick look at the store. I want to see how expensive packs are in this. Okay, so 1,000 gold for a pack. So we can make a pack a day basically on what we're doing. Okay, let's go with this then. So we choose the Sun Empire version 2. Let's play with the dinos. So we're hoping to hit our ramp spells here, hoping to cast some big dinos, hoping we even get some big dinos that we draw here. I go first. Okay, well we have a couple of searches, but this is a very top-heavy hand. If we don't draw any ramp early or something's early to do, we're in trouble. Oh, he's mulliganed to 6. Okay, that's encouraging. That means he's likely to have a less than optimal hand. We might be able to just eke out the game a little bit more. Card games in card games, you say? Who could not be ready for that? Apparently we're waiting on our opponent. Unless he's disconnected because of a mulligan. Yeah, we're trying out the red-green deck, so this is the dinosaur beatdown strategy. So I put as much ramp as I can into it, and we're just trying to see if we can ramp into some big dinos. Okay, unclaimed territory is good. So we name dinosaur. So we have 2 lands. That means we can get to a Forerunner at least, and from there, we'll see. Means I can cast the dinosaur on turn 5. He's playing the Golgari deck. We haven't seen the Golgari deck yet. Whenever a creature you control explores. Okay, interesting. Also, we picked up that. Still can't do anything yet, but we can get this Raptor down next turn, which when it is dealt damage, it does 5 damage to a creature, so that could be handy. This Walker could get out of control quite fast. So we may want to play the Raptor and just see if we can't run things into it. Caravel? Does that just have explore triggers? It's a vehicle, so... So, okay. Let's... I don't know whether I want to play this. Yeah, actually, we'll play this first. There we go. Raptor. And this does damage to each creature when it comes into play, so we can kill it next turn quite easily. So this is a vehicle. You have to crew it up with creatures, but it's basically then becomes a vehicle which, you know, it becomes a creature, but only when we crew it with other creatures. You can also, interestingly, crew vehicles with vehicles once you've got them active. It's weird. This isn't one of the better ones, but it doesn't evade or anything. It just gets big, which the Walker already kind of does. So this comes into play, does 1 damage to everything, which includes this, which then means we can do 5 damage to something, which will be that. So this is kind of where the dinos come into this. No big Eldrazi, we have dinos. Okay, so he has his first explore trigger. So we can look at the top card, choose to keep it or put it into the graveyard. And that powers up a lot of his stuff. Also, when you explore, you get if the top card's a land, it goes into your hand. Elsewise, you can choose to either put it top into your graveyard or into your hand, and yeah, they get a counter. So we're gonna have to do some killing. If he attacks, we can just counter kill, but we're gonna do that anyway, so we're not gonna risk it. We'll take the 2 damage. Play the mountain. Play the Swordtooth. Deal 1 damage to each creature, which now means we can deal 5 damage and kill that one. Can't unfortunately get past his blocker, so we're gonna have to say no attacks and end the turn. If we get... Actually, we can cast Burning Sun's Avatar next turn. So we can potentially do some shenanigans here. Oh, we can kill his other Walker. That's a start. And then he's got 5/5s and this to worry about. He can crew the ship as well during our turn. Oh, that's quite an important card in this context. So he can now pay 1 mana and discard to explore. Alright, so I think we Burning Sun's Avatar here. Target opponent or Planeswalker, and 3 damage up to 1 target creature. So I think we still kill the Tomb Robber here. It's the correct move, because if we kill the... He's only got 1 card in hand, though, so at most he can explore once. Okay, we'll kill the Walker. Let's get rid of his walls. I mean, at the very worst, we have a 6/6 creature after this, so, you know. You're not playing Hamster Beatdown. Is Kyril even here? Oh, no, he is here. How go the card games? Indeed. No, sorry, I hadn't noticed you come in. Well, hello, Kyril. Yeah, it's going quite well, actually. We now moved on to Dinosaur Tribal, and this is working out. So, that kills his creature. Now we attack. So, if this gets dealt damage, so if he blocks this, I get to kill another one of his creatures. And this does trample damage and will kill anything he blocks with anyway. He does have the opportunity to Tomb Robber a couple of times, though. Or crew up the Caravel, which would technically be a 3/3. Not a 2/2, I think. Waiting on something. I wonder if he's got a crew commander. He's just timing out. We'll attack with everything. And next turn we get to create a Hippo and then draw some cards. So yeah, he does crew up. So it is a 3/3. And that means we get to kill the Caravel here as well, actually, if we choose to. Or I could now kill his Tomb Raider. His Tomb Robber. Yeah, I mean, you have noticed we're kind of getting ready for it. I mean, it might not be for this weekend, certainly, with things going on, but if you can. Yeah, he's debating it, but I don't think crewing was helping here. Did he just crew up his own ship there? I think this is a... I don't see how vehicles work in this game currently, and vehicles aren't that good particularly anyway. But I imagine that was a misstep. Either that or he worked out that there was no real need. If he killed this, then he was in trouble. And he was taking the damage anyway. He has the Tomb Robber effect now, so he can discard both these cards, explore a couple of times, make this caravel quite big, but doesn't necessarily help him against the board state right now. He needs a new thing. Now, let's see. Discard a card. It might... Okay, so Path of Discovery. So that makes this a 2-2. So he's bumping up the things. This will now be a 4-4 when it activates, and he can just activate with a Tomb Robber now. But he'd still have to discard to do something here. I think we might just end up going mouth to feed here, just going double-double. Or we could go this, put a good dinosaur on top of our deck and just win out the game. Yeah, you can see it was kind of no chance at that point for him, really. So we have a win and we have a free booster pack. All right. We pick up a Decimator Beetle. I actually like this kind of a Golgari strategy. This is what I thought the Golgari was going to do, all of the -1/-1 token strategies. One of the main decks in Standard at the moment is known as Winding Constrictor, which uses black-green token, -1/-1 tokens to just wreak havoc. Well, we'll claim it. And we're going to open this pack up, because opening booster packs, that's what we're here for. So we gain a 400 Herald, so that'll work for that. We gain Strider Harness, Random Relic, but our rare... Oh, that's a great card. I love that. This isn't actually all that valuable, and it's not particularly good in terms of the top Standard decks at the moment, but I do love Journey to Eternity. Okay. So I think from that, we're also going to... Yeah, why not? We're going to buy another booster pack, because why not? So, for preference, I would normally go for Arrow Devastation out of these 4 packs. I think that's got the slightly better cards in it, but I'm going to leave this choice entirely on the hands of the YouTubes. So, where am I opening the pack? Which pack will you make me open with my 1,000 gold? Don't know what we can do with gems yet. We should look into the rest of this. I also don't know what the vault is necessarily, but we'll see. Do we want Egyptian themed? Egyptian theme where everything's going wrong? Do you want Exploring Ixalan, or do you want Betraying Ixalan peoples? Whatever. I like Amonkhet, actually. It's an okay set, and it's got some reasonable power in it. So we have picked up a pack. Let's open it up. It has no dinosaurs in it. It does have, however, the various other bits and pieces in Oketra's name, so that powers up zombies, which could be fun. Alright, we gain a Hydra, which isn't the most exciting thing we can do out of that. We do get Fling, though. Fling's fun. Fling's fun. Betrayal! There was no betrayal, really. Okay. So, what are gems? No idea. Can't open them up anyway. Well, we get another card if we do that, but let's have a look at what... Actually, we'll do this on Empire again, because actually the dinosaur deck kind of works once, but we'll play it a second time. See if it can do as well the second time we use it. Okay, he has some fancy star thing. Hooray! This guy's probably done some stuff. I might have to see if there's a way to sort some stuff out with this, because it has a couple of times tapped for lands awkwardly for me. Also, why am I a Minotaur? I should look. I see if I can change that. Well, I'm probably going to be doing Mahjong in about half an hour, so it depends whether you'll still be around half an hour. Maybe 1 or 2 more games of this. I might actually end it after this game and just call that a stream. And yeah, this was quite fun actually. I will definitely have to continue doing this once the. I mean, the thing about this at the moment is, while I would like to keep the cards there. Matchmaking failure. No, well. Play. Well, I would like to keep using these cards. I know that when it restarts, I'm probably going to lose a lot of my progress anyway. I might get a bonus for being a beta tester. We're playing a rank 4 person. Hooray. Well, let's hope big dinos are going to save the day here. Well, the good news is we at least have some board wipes, so we're going to keep this. Yeah, I'm aware there's a bit of a delay going on. Okay, Evolving Wilds get sacrificed. What kind of deck are we up against here? Something with islands, so clearly it's going to be something silly. Alright, Forest and Commune with Dinosaurs. So we can reveal a dinosaur or land and put it into our hand. That's not what we wanted to see, really, but... But it means it gets a land out of a deck, and we didn't draw anything useful there. I'd say it's a bit more advanced than Duels of the Planeswalkers in terms of how it looks, obviously borrowing a lot from Hearthstone. Dusk Legion Zealot. So he loses a card, he draws and loses a life. We're okay with that. Let's go for a mountain. So the good news is we are building to Aura Devastation quite quickly. If he goes massively on the Blue-Black Vampire plan, we can do that. Sailor of Means makes a treasure token. So we can sacrifice that for mana at any point, but it's also just an artifact that he happens to own. Okay, so Heaven, destroy each creature with flying. I think we'll just play another mountain. And we will play Gift of Paradise, targeting the forest. So when that enters, we gain 3 life, and this land can now tap for 2 of any colour. Well, it borrowed a lot from it in terms of the look and style, I think, but it seems to be, it functions well enough, I'll be honest. I haven't had any problems with it so far, so... Oh, that's good. Okay, so we can forest here. Cast Rover of the Mighty. So this is a mana creature, so we're quite good with that. And we can end the turn there. So we have Aura Devastation as our backup plan here, but we prefer him to play more stuff that's important. He also missed a land drop. Well, there we go. So he's now up to 4 lands again, and this means he might be playing a Scarab God here. In fact, he goes and kills our Drover immediately. Yeah, resolve. Yeah, can't do much about that. I mean, we're still playing Burning Sun's Avatar next turn, but... Yeah, I don't know anything to do. Tap for 2, we're okay with that. Play a mountain. And I guess Burning Sun's Avatar? Shame we can't kill this off, but we can at least knock one of his creatures out. And we got a big threat on the board now. Which, you know, always has a slight advantage. But we have 2 board wipes effectively with this now, because we have to cast Heaven to use the Earth effect, but... The other plus thing is that our Burning Sun's Avatar survives this. Or at least would have done if he hadn't just killed it. I have a feeling this guy's built his deck for all the removal. Okay. Let's go for Spineback. Can he counter it? Okay. Apparently that one had a random effect because it's a foil. Ah, okay. So we end the turn here. The good news is we can now make additional ones. Horse is stronger than Dino. I actually agree with you. Horse is better than Dino. Oh, that's great. We can heaven that. That actually works brilliantly for us. In fact, we just Hour of Devastation at this point, surely. Regisar Elf. Raging Elf. That's the wrong one. So let's heaven X4. So we got Earth available, so he now knows we have a Wrath on the board. Hey, but Dinos are crushing it. He just has kill spells. And those are going to start running out on him, in all honesty. 1 damage to each other creature. Doesn't really apply at this point. I think we're just going to replay this. If he has a counterspell, he has a counterspell. If he doesn't, you get the roar again. Alright, end turn. But I do agree, horses are ridiculous. But only if you're making multiples of them. Ah, he returns that to our hand. He's only doing 1 damage a turn, though. And sooner or later, he's going to run out of action. Discards 2 cards, you say. Okay, well, let's discard then a... that and... guess that. So there's a couple of dinos doing this, but we want to keep this Hour of Devastation if we can. The good news is, with this card at least, it pumps all our other dinosaurs, and it can make new dinosaurs. So it's the one we want to keep. And sooner or later, he is going to run out of action. Yeah, let's play another one. Raging Swordtooth. Ah. I mean, it doesn't do anything for us, but, you know. The good news is we can pump it there to 6/6 next turn if he's still alive. And say he's gonna run out of cards that do stuff soon. He can make a zombie, but that's all he can do currently. And he knows we've got the Thundering Spineback coming. Okay, so he exiles the card that can wipe the board, which makes sense. I don't think... yeah. Okay, so he can block this turn, but it would cost him. And we're also going to keep the Timber Gorge in hand because he's playing discard. Does he have a counter? He does not have a counter. This looks good for us now. So we're now attacking with a 6/6. Finally, we're getting in some damage. No! Oh, well. He did have some more stuff to do. I'm still looking at, as long as we keep the Hour of Devastation, I feel confident that we can just do whatever about this, because this destroys everything. The only thing it wouldn't destroy if he's got one is a Scarab God. If he has a Scarab God, that's problems. In fact, he's going to try and steal it. That means we're Hour of Devastating, but... alright, there we go. Hour of Devastation. Play a Timber Gorge, pass the turn. Yeah, see, I can blow stuff up as well. Okay, I think we can play both of these, actually. Yeah, so play the Death Spitter. Play the Swordtooth. Deal 1 damage to each creature. Deal 2 damage to you. Oh, to each, yeah. So he's facing 8 power. And there's 2 creatures to worry about. Plays the Arch. He does have City's Blessing, so he can draw a card out of that. And he gets to kill a creature. God damn it! I love these sorts of games, actually, because they're just very, very swingy. Okay. So I think the plan here is we go to combat, we attack, we see what he does. He blocks. Now, as this is dealt damage, we do another 2 damage to you, and then we play this. So another 4-4 dinosaur. Draws a card. Alright, he's getting desperate if he's drawing cards with this now. Oh! Damn it. Alright. Hippo time. Do I want to just do this? I kind of feel like I do. It's a waste, but we're going to just draw a card. Alright, Chandler Initiate as well. And actually, we could just do... We'll just put the counters on the Chandler Initiate. I was tempted to go kill things here. His win con is eventually big giant creature, or something along the lines of a Scarab God. And no, we're not actually being outplayed here. He's running out of answers, but his deck is entirely kill everything. It's a control deck. These are quite common. Here we go. There's something. So Tetsamok. So this is a big win condition. This is a 6/6 dinosaur, which you can play now and kill all my stuff. And that might actually be the game. Yeah, that might actually be the game here. So he swings in for 6. Oh, I think that's game. Unless I have another spell that can kill this. Yeah, so you asked what his win condition was. He only needs 1 or 2 good creatures. And if he can hopefully just deal with everything else I've got, then that's him done. And that's kind of how this has worked. This is aggro versus control. Typically, aggro loses to control. Especially when that happens. Yeah, resolve. So I need to draw... Actually, I do have an out. I do have 1 out that might keep me in this game. That was not it. GG. But yeah, if I'd have drawn my other legendary dinosaur, it has haste, and when it attacks, it does... Yeah, I have an Oasis. I mean, he's just checking, but I had nothing. Plays some stuff, plays some more stuff, and that is game. It wasn't so much outplayed, it was just the case of this is the way it works. So he had some more removal as well, although it's short removal. That was fun. I like those sorts of games the most when we play Magic, in all honesty, because that was the sort of the typical aggro versus control matchup. If he failed to get a kill spell 1 time out of his deck, then I was going to take him, and that kind of did work at various points. He got rid of my board wipe at the right time, the one that was in the graveyard, and I had to use the Arrow Devastation when he started taking control of things. But yeah, that was fun. We'll do that as a game sometime. Hopefully when it's live and I'll get to play against other people, because they are adding additional game modes and things. Now, the one out, if I'll just show you the card, actually. I noticed it when I was deck building, but... The one card I could have drawn that would have saved me... Actually, it doesn't have haste, but... This card, when it attacks, it exiles the top card from each player's library, and I can play them. So, if I'd have drawn another monster out of that, that would have been fine. Samet might have been able to deal with that. Double Strike meant I could have at least killed the Tetsamok. Then you would have just needed something else there, but I'd used up a lot of my win cons by that stage. But you can see sort of how a more streamlined deck would be perfect here. If I'd have drawn Ronus earlier, that would have actually probably been game as well. Unless he could have killed it. Because he can't kill this. It's indestructible. And has Death Touch as well. But that was fun. I think I built this right. I just need to get some more stuff. Some more Braids, some more Lightning Strikes, some more stuff to get around counter spells. Because there are ways of doing it. Anyway. Actually, one out would be a anime series about baseball, which I kind of like. Anyway, Anyway, this was Magic the Gathering Arena. It was fun. I'll be moving on to Mahjong in about, say, 15 minutes once I get myself ready. So I will see. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. It's a good intro. It's actually doing what it's supposed to do, which is surprising a lot of people. I mean, true, I'd like the packs to be slightly bigger, and I'd like to have access to stuff. But if I'm getting cards at that rate, I can probably do things. I don't know. Yeah, it was no horse. Pretty cool, though. So I will see you all later, guys. Thanks for joining me, and until next time.